My neighbor just had a baby, and her husband died shortly after. Story time. She pointed right at Brad's nose and screamed, Brad, you took $1,200 out of our joint account last month and said it was for your mother's medicine. You spent it on shoes for this bitch. Honey, let me explain. I didn't buy those shoes. Brad sweated profusely, trying to defend himself. If you didn't buy them, why are you hiding your feet? Matching shoes? I didn't know you had such a romantic streak. Tiffany didn't give him a second to breathe. She lunged forward and slapped him across the face. The scene immediately descended into chaos. Chloe was completely caught off guard by the sudden turn of events. She tried to grab Tiffany's hand. Tiffany, please don't misunderstand. It really wasn't Brad. Get away from me. You husband-stealing whore. Tiffany shoved her hard. Chloe fell onto the grass, clutching her ankle. Her eyes welled up, and fat tears started rolling down her cheeks. Before, this pitiful act would have had men rushing to help her up. But now, under the murderous glares of their own wives, not a single man dared to move. I watched the drama unfold coldly, said nothing more, and turned around to continue my jog. For the next few days, the building was exceptionally quiet. Chloe didn't post a single thing in the group chat, and the male neighbors went completely silent. Every night, the sound of breaking plates echoed from Brad's apartment. Marcus's wife simply packed up, took the kids, and went to stay at her parents' house out of state, showing no signs of coming back anytime soon. But I knew Chloe wouldn't just take this lying down. A woman like her, who was used to wrapping men around her finger, couldn't stand losing her reputation. What she hated most was losing control of the narrative. She was waiting for an opportunity to completely flip the script and crush me. On Wednesday night, Ethan was in the study hosting a video conference, while I was in the living room organizing a PR proposal for a client. Suddenly, a frantic knocking came from the door, accompanied by the crying voice of Chloe's 5-year-old son, Leo. Ethan, open the door. My mommy collapsed. Please help her. I walked to the door and looked through the peephole. In the hallway, Leo was wearing thin pajamas, pounding on our door. Meanwhile, Chloe was lying on the floor a few feet away near the elevator, her face pale and her eyes tightly closed. Under normal circumstances, seeing a 5-year-old child crying like this would make anyone open the door immediately. But I didn't budge, because I clearly saw that Chloe, who was supposedly unconscious on the floor, was clutching her phone tightly in her right hand, and the screen was still lit. Moreover, the spot she chose to collapse was highly strategic. It perfectly avoided the blind spot of the hallway security camera. Most importantly, although Leo was crying, his eyes kept darting back to Chloe, as if waiting for a cue. She was putting on a tragic show, and she was using her own kid to do it. What's going on out there? Ethan heard the noise and came out of the study. I put my index finger to my lips, signaling him to be quiet, and then pointed at the peephole. Ethan took a look, his brows furrowing instantly. He pulled out his phone, preparing to call 911. Don't call yet. I stopped him. If you call 911 now, by the time the ambulance arrives, everyone in the building will think you ignored a dying neighbor at your doorstep. Then what do we do? Just let her lie out there? Ethan whispered. I smirked, looking at the hidden pinhole camera we had installed right above our peephole. Since she loves acting so much, let's give her a bigger stage. The crying and screaming outside grew louder, and Leo's voice was getting hoarse. The commotion finally drew out the other residents on our floor. Mrs. Gable, the busybody from across the hall, was the first to open her door. Seeing the scene, she gasped and rushed over to hug Leo. Oh my God, what a tragedy. Chloe, wake up.